And so now we're going to move to how to graph these. So now we got the data entered. So now we want to get them shown on the scatter plot. We want to graph them on the screen so we can see what those dots look like. And be able to determine, does it have no correlation or does it take a positive or negative? So so to do that, to do the scatter plot, what we want to do is go second y equal. Second key is the blue key, and then the y equal again is still in the 110 position, just like with algebraic arithmetic last week. Okay? So when you see that, you see plots 1, plots 2, plots 3. What I want you to use is plot 1, and let's turn it on. So when you're in this mode, you can just hit the enter key, and then it turns that on, and you see some options that you can do in plot 1. But we want to arrow down and turn on by highlighting the on and hitting the enter key. Get the plot 1 turned on. And then you want to choose the type of graph. Well, we're talking about scatter plots. Which one of those pictures do you think matches what we're talking about today? The first one, yeah, the one with a bunch of dots, the one that's scattered around. So you want to highlight that if it's not already highlighted. And then you check the X list and what's already typed in there. L1. Does anybody not have L1 typed into the X list? Do you?
Yeah.
Does anybody not?
What do we do?
What's in? Is L1 in? Is L1 next to the X list? Already typed for you? Yes? Is anybody's not? What is next to the Y list? L2, right? Anybody not have L2? What you could do, had you in your list used L3 or 4 or whatever for the domain, you could go second 3. If you hit the 3 key, look at the blue lettering L3 above the 3 key, you see it? You could go second 3 and it would then identify, if you wanted your X list to be L3, that's where you put it in the list. You could use L3 and L4 in that fashion. But this is the default. L1 and L2 is the default for you, unless you change it. That's why I wanted you to put this stuff in L1 and L2. You with me? Okay? So also, you check down, that last thing says mark. The hair-lipped dog. Mark, mark, mark. The mark you choose is actually what will show on your screen. If you choose the big box, it'll show bigs. If you do the plus, it'll graph the plus signs. If you show the little bitty dot, it'll put little bitty dots. I recommend you use the box or the plus. The little bitty dots, when you do a best fit line, kind of disappears sometimes. It's hard to see. So I suggest you use the box or the plus. But it doesn't matter, whatever you want to use. But that's what the mark is. Questions? All right. Once you got all that down now, I want you to hit the graph key. What do you see?
Positive correlation.
Do you see nothing? Okay. Did anybody get an error message? No? That meant it graphed something, but why aren't you seeing anything? Anybody tell me why? It's way up, so what's our issue?
You can't see it on that spot.
Well, what do we mess with to get to see it? Well, window. Now we have a window issue. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. Frankie, pause.